request. So this is one of the final topic in the Angular tutorials, and after that we are going to do the projects only. So today also HTTP will be there. Tomorrow also I am going to complete something else in HTTP, and so let's get started, and let me share my screen. Okay. Oh, okay. So again, we have this basic project is there, which you are seeing. This basic project is there. This is just a HTML form right now, and we are going to change it to use that HTTP request. Okay. So let's get started. And one sec before I get started, I have to do something. Let me check whether I'm streaming good. Okay. One sec. Yeah, so I'm streaming good. So let us start now. Okay, so this is there, and then I've opened it there, and this is a basic app component dot html, and as I've told earlier that okay, I think okay. Yeah, nothing is there. Okay, I was thinking that okay, so a lot of things are already created, so this is not a forms tutorial anyway. So forms in all are already there, so we have to create the HTTP request. So this HTTP request, all of them are empty, so we have to create all of them. So let's get started with that. And what we're going to do, this API endpoint, we are not going to hit any random API endpoint. Let us hit the Firebase API endpoint. So what's better means Firebase, you can get an API running in less than a minute. So that's the best thing. You don't have to go through that complicated merge stack and all. So let us use Firebase for this project. And so it will be sort of a complete project also, complete fire project also it will be. So I will do firebase.google.com, go to console. Actually I have already a lot of Firebase project. Lot means lot. Okay, so let me add a new project, because I have a lot of project on React also, React with Firebase. Okay, so let me do it HTTP demo Angular, because I have something with the name of this Angular demo HTTP, so I'm creating with HTTP demo Angular. So continue. I don't want this. Create the project, and we are going to use something different, which if you are following my channel, you know that I always use a Firestore database when I am doing the React project. So at this time we are going to use a different database, a real-time database. We never use real-time database, and we are going to use that real-time database. Okay, so let's get started, and this continue I'll do, and then it will come here. And I was telling, we are not going to use a Firestore database. I have used this a lot in my React project. We are going to go here, real-time database. Why did I just clicked or not? And I found it's much more easier than Firestore. People were telling that it's very difficult. Okay, create database, and since I am in India, Singapore is the closest to me, so I will choose Singapore. Whatever is closest to you, choose it. The Singapore I'll do. This is very important. You have to do it in the test mode. Lock mode is a lot of things are required. So test mode is there, and then it is taking some time. The URL will be created, and let it take some time. Okay, so because I'm streaming also, and it generally becomes slow when you are doing both things. Okay, so app.component is okay, but one thing we have to be sure, which I want to show, app.module.ts. This HTTP client module is very important. So because it is not a scratch project, I already have this, but the HTTP client module you should have, it is must. then only we can do it. So do it like this. Okay, now here also we have HTTP client already imported, private HTTP client is already there, and now here we have to do this on create post. So on create post, let me show one more thing. On create post is where on create post is on the submit, and there will be a button type submit. Where is it? And the fetch post, not fetch post, send post. Okay, this is type submit, the send post. If I come here, the send post is a type submit, and it has got something good also. Is you have to give this, then it will be enabled. So see, this disabled thing is there. So let us go here, and our database is also created. So this is our link, this is the unique link. Okay, and please don't use mine. I have given this same example in my corporate batch also, and they started using that thing, and whole of my data was filled actually because of that. Okay, so don't do that. Okay, or I have to disable it. Okay, so on create, this is very simple. This dot http, which I have just declared in a constructor, http dot post, and here I have to get that and I have to paste it here. And after that I can create anything, and it is mandatory to do this thing. So I'll do post, anything you can create. It is not like post anything dot json. It is very important to do. Okay, so this is how Firebase expect us. And as with all post requests, that will give some data also, which is the post data. And dot subscribe is also coming, which is good. Post data is we are passing title and content, and subscribe is also coming. As I told, it is very good. Rest I will do, and rest clg, rest save it. Now let me go here, inspect console. Let me open the network tab also. Title is HTML basics, HTML basics are good. Send post. See, and this 200 packages, actually it always send 2 requests, so both of them are sent. And yeah, it is also created. See, it is also created. Okay, so now we will check the request to get all the posts. We want to get all the posts. So how to get all the posts, we are going to do that. And for that, in this ng on init, is there, and there is on fetch post. See, on fetch post is there. On fetch post, we'll fetch all the post. Okay, so let me go here, and in the ng on init I will add this on fetch. There will be a fetch post, means fetch post. I'm going to do this dot fetch post. I have not yet created it, and in this also this dot fetch post, which again we have to create, and we can create it private because we are just using it here. Fetch posts. Okay, and this dot http dot cat, and this will be same, this endpoint will be the same. Okay, then nothing to pass in a get request, so then dot subscribe posts posts will be there. Save it. Now let us go back, and CLG is there. Okay, so let me come here and let me refresh it, because we are getting it here only because that ng on in it is also there. So if I come here, see a weird kind of object is coming. Okay, so this is not at all readable actually. This we have to change it, because we cannot use it like this, but the data is coming. The main thing is that data is coming, but it is not in a readable format, so we have to change it. And to change it, we are going to use an inbuilt operator known as a map. So it is used through pipe. So that map, we are going to use that. And so not through pipe, so not that pipe, it is that it is through RxJS. So let us do that map. So import, so this is how we transform in Angular. Map from RxJS operators. Okay, and then here in the fetch post, before the subscribe, we are going to have this. Okay, and it will be dot pipe map res const posts equal to for const key in res. So we are actually modifying it. So what we are going to do, so this post just we are doing this post is an empty object, empty array, post dot push. So we are looping through the response, and post dot push we are doing, and in an object, so we are going to create an array of object dot 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 res and key. So whatever was earlier there, it will be there. Okay, so after that, id also we are going to take id equal to key. So id we are also going to push in it, because it is good to push the id. What happens, that id is always required, whether it is Angular or React, id is always required, so it is good to have it. And then after that, here we are going to return the post. Okay, the new post. Okay, we are going to return, and then it will come to the subscribe. So let me do this, and now let us go here and listen. See, now it is a array of object, and it is well formatted. Okay, so let me do another thing. CSS basics. Okay, send post and fetch post. Yeah, fetch post is also showing this. Okay, so it is working. So now in HTTP and TypeScript thing means for all thing means we are going to have a common post model. So it is always good to have a common post model. So we are going to have that, the post model. We are using without the post model, but it's better to create a post model. So inside this app, create a post dot model dot ts file and export interface post, and there will be a title which will be string, comma content which will again be a string, id which will be a string, save it, and now we'll go to our app model.ts file again, and first thing first, we are going to import post from post model, and then on create post, instead of this whole thing title and content, we are going to give the post. Yeah, id is optional, but id is also there. Post we are going to do. Then in this also, it is better to give the TypeScript part also, although we have made the TypeScript not non-strict, but then also it is better to have that. So like this I'll do, and then in the post name is string. Okay, then here in the get will come key will also be a type string, and post will be there in there. And instead of taking this an empty string, we are going to have this posts. That's one of the reason I find TypeScript as an overhead. These all things we have to, because we have taken the mode as non-strict, so it is not giving error. If we have not taken that, it would have thrown a lot of errors if we had not taken like this. Okay, so now what we are going to do, okay, let me go back and see. Yeah, it is working fine. Okay, JS basics are good. Send post, fetch post. Yeah, it is coming good. Okay, so the next thing is that we want to display our post and post in the app, means whatever we had done, and also show our loading when the data is getting fetched. When we also want to show the loading. So for that, we'll come here at the on init. Here loaded post is already there, so let us also make it post like this, and then is fetching and let's make a clone of YouTube. Yeah, I will definitely create. I have a clone of YouTube in the React. Okay, okay, let me reply the comment. Okay, so the thing is that, okay, so this is done, and then after that this fetch post is there. So this fetch post is there. Here we are going to make it as true. So first it is false. Okay, so we are going to make this dot is fetching equal to true, and then when it is fetched, then what we are going to do, we are going to do this dot is fetching equal to false. And let me remove this, too many console logs are not good. This dot loaded posts equal to the post which is coming. So save it. Now we have to go to our app component, and here let me come a bit down. Okay, So this no post available is there. We don't want to show it and every time no post available. So then we also close it. So we want to show it only if the loaded post which is there, this loaded post, its length is less than 1, and also the each is fetching is not true. Okay, we want to show it at that time. So we are going to use a ng if equal to loaded post dot length is less than 1 and then is 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 fetching. Okay, then after that ul is there, ul dot list group is there, and then the same thing will be there, and if loaded post, but it will be the opposite. It is greater than equal to 1 and then is fetching. Okay, then inside it li dot list group item is there, and here s3, and here also the main thing is that here we are going to have a ng for equal to let post of loaded post, so whatever is it will loop through it. Okay, and then we are going to show it post dot title and paragraph post dot content, save it, and we are going to show a loading text also, and you can show a loading bar also in its place. So p, so like this loading text like this, and it will be shown if ng if equal to is fetching, like this is fetching, so it is true, then it will be shown. Okay, now let me come back here and see all of them are there. So let me refresh it. See, loading was there briefly, and it is true, it is okay. So this completes our this part. Actually I'm going to complete this in the next live stream. So what I am going to do in the next live stream, so this is actually complete, but there are still some things are remaining, like the clear post is remaining, that thing is remaining, that will do that clear post thing. And the other thing is that it is not advisable to make all this it is not advisable to make, yeah, I am showing myself. Okay, it's not as advisable to have all the logic to do the http request in the component file. We will create a different service file tomorrow, so for that, and so we are going to do some changes. So those are the changes which will be done tomorrow. So hope you are liking my series. I'm today, I think it's the 30th day I'm continuously posting videos. So as you all might know, I'm doing 100 days of code and 100 days of videos challenge. 100 days of code because many of my students are doing that, and 100 days of videos challenge because that is challenging for me. I have never done so many videos at one go. So 30 days are done, another 70 days to go, it's another more than 2 months. So and I'm liking it, and we are going to daily have this. So most of the day I have a live stream at 9:15, and on Saturdays I will have, and on Thursday I am having a live stream at 10:15 because I have some class to take at 9. So that day I will have 10:15 Thursday. And the thing is that on Saturdays I am planning to have a big live stream now from now on. in the afternoon India time, maybe from 1:30 or 2. So I'm going to have a very big live stream at that time, and going to do some big project, at least 2 hours. At least means nowadays I'm seeing my live streamings are getting for half an hour, but that will be at least 2 hours. Maybe it can be, but not less than 1 hour, and it will be something big, which I will prepare throughout the week. So that's all about the thing which I am going to do, and hope you liked this. If you liked it, please give a thumbs up and please leave some comment what you liked about it, because in this project we did a lot. We did a Firebase also, and that you can do a lot of things. So with this, I'll end today's live stream. Thank you for watching, and please do